Following Jesus, firstly, Jesus' question is, who will you follow? He also told them this parable. Can the blind lead the blind? Will they not both fall into a pit? You want to stand in the storms of life? Follow someone who knows what they're doing. And that's kind of what we see in the next verse, in verse 40. The student is not above the teacher. Everyone who's fully trained will be like their teacher. You want to know where you're going in life? Well, follow the one who made us. Jesus Christ, who is both fully God and fully human. To stand in the storms. Follow Jesus, not your heart. Now, the second point might sound strange as well. Focus on yourself. But, Jesus warns them in a humorous way down in verse 41. Why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own eye? First take the plank out of your eye, and then you'll see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye. Now, when you notice, it's not saying that we can't help others. It's not saying that. And in the church family, in fact, we are meant to help each other. There's other passages like Galatians 6, bear one another's burdens. But notice the word first. But first, deal with yourself. And we need to be fair dinkum, actually doing what Jesus says. Jesus says it pretty clear, doesn't he, in verse 46? Why do you call me Lord, Lord, and do not do what I say? As for everyone who comes to me and hears my words and puts them into practice, I'll show you what they are like. They are like a man building on a house who dug down deep and laid the foundation on rock. Because in the end, we can seek to do God's word. We won't do it perfectly. Our rock has to be on Jesus, trusting what he has done. You want a life that stays on track through the storms, through all sorts of trials? Remember that. Follow Jesus, not your own heart. Focus on yourself. That is what you can change. And get fair dinkum, doing what he says, to actually do what Jesus has said here. Firstly, designate a time to read the Bible. But don't just read, digest. What difference does what I read make? And also, don't give up. Let's build our lives on Jesus so we stand in the storms. If you don't, you're missing out.